Yo guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys what I have on my phone as a business analyst during the day and a small content creator, what I consider myself, and a young adult. I truly believe whatever someone has on their phone says a lot about them as a person, what their habits are, what their daily routines are. So I'm going to give you guys a quick insight of what apps I have installed on my phone. If you guys can already tell, I use an iPhone. I know, standard iPhone users, but the reason why I have an iPhone is because it's like the standard of phones, nothing too special, not the top, not at the bottom. It's just what everyone expects. Everyone knows how to use it and everyone has an iPhone. So if I hand my phone to someone or my friend and I want him to navigate to an app, he doesn't have to ask me, yo, how do I navigate to this app, right? He has an iPhone. Everyone has an iPhone, so he knows where to navigate to the app. But enough with that. Let's get into what I have on my phone. So starting off, this is my main screen. So every single one of these apps on my main screen I use on at least on a weekly basis. So starting off, I have my navigation apps. I have Apple Maps and I have Google Maps. I truly believe that there's not a perfect navigation app out there. Like Apple Maps is really good for, I use it for my daily commute to work. I really use it when I'm running errands to find where this bank is, closest UPS location is, or FedEx location. So that's what I use Apple Maps for. Also, Apple Maps does a really good job at tracking where you park your car. So I love that feature. So when I'm traveling out and about, I love using Apple Maps specifically for that feature alone. Google Maps, on the other hand, I love using Google Maps when I'm searching for a restaurant because Google reviews are far superior than Yelp reviews. You guys didn't know, Apple Maps uses Yelp, which really no one uses Yelp these days. Everyone just uses Google reviews. So yeah, I like Google Maps because Google reviews are pretty accurate. People upload pictures and it stays pretty up to date. Also, I love Google Maps when I'm traveling because you can create folders and sort everything into the folders. So if I'm traveling to New York City, I have a folder created for New York City. Within that folder, I have the restaurants I want to go to, pin all the attractions I potentially want to visit. And then I can also share that folder with whoever I'm traveling with, whether that's my friend or girlfriend, so they also know what place I'm referring to. So I'm not the only one doing all the navigation. Next up, it's pretty intuitive. I have the Photos app and then I have the Clocks app. Next up, I have Apple Notes. As a former college student, I've gone through countless Notes apps. I've legit used them all, from Evernote to Notion to OneNote to Notability to GoodNote. Like I've legit used all the note-taking apps. As I mature and time goes on, I came to realize that Apple Notes is really the best note-taking app, just because number one, it's really simple to use. Number two is Apple Notes seamlessly syncs across all your Apple devices. I have an iPad, I have a MacBook, I have an iPhone, Apple Watch, and Apple Notes just seamlessly syncs all my notes across all my devices, which other Notes apps can also do, but it's just not that seamless. I just love the user interface as well. It's very simple to use. You can draw on it. You can share notes really easy. You can collaborate with people. You can also scan your receipts and documentations with Apple Notes. Yeah, so that's my go-to note-taking app. Next up, we have Amazon. I really don't have to explain this one. Everyone pretty much has Amazon. I don't know a single person that doesn't have Amazon Prime. You can't beat it nowadays. 2-day shipping, 1-day shipping if you're close to an Amazon distribution center. Next up, we use Microsoft Teams as the communication app for my work. So I need that on there, that's mandatory. So the first app on the third row is Google Home. I use Google Home to pretty much control the heating, cooling system in my house. So whatever, I have certain temperature presets. So before I wake up, right, I like to have the temperature about the house around 70 degrees. But before I go to bed, I like my sleeping temperature to be around 65 degrees. So those are all automation presets that I have on the Google Homes app. And how I have that set up is I link the Google Homes app to my Google Nest downstairs, and that just controls my HVAC system. Next up, we have the Messenger app, the Facebook Messenger app, and the only reason why I have this app is because I purchase stuff from Facebook Marketplace, not very often, but I will buy like one item once every 2 months. So this is probably like the least used app on my home screen. Gmail, I know it's probably bugging you guys. I have 8,000 notifications on Gmail. I have several emails, but I mainly use Gmail as like a non-important mailbox. So if I'm at the mall, if I'm buying a pair of shoes and they prompt me to input my email for rewards, I'll put in my Gmail. But anything important, I'll use my Outlook, such as bills, payments, credit card statements. I'll use my Outlook, and that's why it only has 2 notifications. Next, my Gmail app, I have this Eufy security app, which is a smart home device brand, pretty similar to Ring, but they have other smart home devices such as vacuums, lighting, smart lighting, and all that jazz. But around the house, I have a lot of their smart home products such as security cameras, smart lighting, sensors. I have all that just because I live alone and I want myself to feel safe when I'm sleeping or when I'm working and I'm not home. I want to know that there's nobody around my house doing anything, lurking around, or intruders coming in. It just makes me feel more at ease at the end of the day. Next up, I have a banks folder, and within this banks folder is an app to every account that I own, whether that's a credit card account, checking account, savings account. I have Credit Karma and Experian to track my credit scores. I have Mint to track my budgeting. Charles Schwab, I mainly just use that because I have a checking account with them. And yeah, Venmo, everyone has Venmo, you know. Nothing too special. Next up, Eufy Life. So I have the Eufy scale that tracks all my body metrics every single day. I step on the scale first thing in the morning. It tracks my weight, my BMI, my body fat percentage, my muscle mass distribution. So the scale syncs pretty well with my Apple Watch, so I use those two in conjunction to gauge where my health and fitness levels are at. Next up is Webull, which is an investing app. I have my personal brokerage account set up through them, which I primarily only use that brokerage account for stock trading and investing in specific stocks. Next up is Fidelity, which is another investing app. I have my HSA, my Roth IRA, and my 401k set up through that app. I like to have them all in one spot. Those are pretty much long-term investments and retirement accounts. Next up is YouTube, and this is probably the most used app on my home screen. I have YouTube Premium subscription. This is like one of the few subscription services that I have. And the main reason why I have YouTube Premium is because I watch so much YouTube videos. I hate ads, and it also gives me YouTube Music, so I don't have to buy Spotify or Apple Music. I do have Kindle app. I have a Kindle Unlimited subscription as well, so I have a huge catalog of books that Kindle Unlimited provides. I think they had a sale going on where you pay like $1 and you get 3 months worth of Kindle Unlimited, and I'm still on that subscription right now, so it's not much. Final row, first app is Libby. Libby is an app that you can essentially rent ebooks. It's pretty much an e-library. You can get a membership through your local library. Once you connect that membership, you're allowed to borrow books on the app and then return them once you're finished with the book. And if someone is reading the book, you will have to be put on the wait list. So it's pretty much the same way how a library functions, but it's on an app. So Ion Water app is the app that I use to track my water usage in my house, so I know what the projected monthly water bill cost is. So the subdivision that I live in actually has one of the highest water rates in the state. It's honestly stupid the way we have it set up. I pay around $100 a month for water and sewage. Next app I have is Trello. If you guys don't know what Trello is pretty much a project management app that you can use to manage the process of a project or an event. I use it to manage my YouTube channel and my YouTube ideas. So I have these lanes where I've set. I have an idea lane, I have an upcoming video lane, planning phase, ready to film, ready to edit, and publish. So once I have a video idea, I create a new card for that idea, put it in the idea lane. Once I do a little bit of planning on that idea, I'll move it to the planning, and then when I'm ready to film, I'll move it to ready to film, and so on and so forth. Once that idea is completed, it gets dragged from start to finish. So that's how I organize my YouTube videos. Next app is Planet Fitness. I don't know, I'm on and off about Planet Fitness. Some months I'll go and some months I won't go. Sometimes I'll cancel their subscription and then resubscribe. Right now I am subscribed because I got so bored of working out at home alone. The apps I have on the dock are my phone app, Chrome for my browser, that's my default browser, messaging app, and WeChat. WeChat is like this super communication app where it's pretty much like Message, Instagram, Twitter, Reddit, all combined into one. It's a mega app and it's primarily used by Asians to communicate with their friends and family. So yeah, so that's probably one of the most used apps. I talk to my girlfriend through WeChat. I talk to my parents through WeChat. That's pretty much my main communication app. Oh, next page, I have a Google Calendar widget, which is pretty much where I keep track of all my appointments, credit card payments, any tasks that I need to complete during that day. And I love having it set as a widget because it will show my task for today and it will show my upcoming task for tomorrow. So I have a Calculator X app, which is pretty much gives me access to a scientific calculator on my phone. Hate is a strong word. I don't use it much often, but I really do hate the Apple calculator that gives me because it's just not, I don't know, there's so much improvements that could be made to the Apple Calculator app that I'm not gonna get into in this video. The Calculator X app is pretty much a scientific calculator that's on your phone. I have ChatGPT. I don't really have to explain that one. Most times I'll use ChatGPT over Chrome because it gives me quick access to information that I need without scrolling through and looking through forums and websites. I have Life360 and Find My. Those apps are primarily for, well, Life360 is the app that me and my girlfriend use to see where we are at all times. Find My is the app that I use to track where my AirTags are. I have an AirTag on my wallet, I have an AirTag on my keys and my car. So yeah, I use that app to track where my items are. So that's it for the second page. Last page, and the reason why I have these three apps as the last page is because these three are not productive apps at all. These three are pretty much just time killers. I have TikTok, I have Facebook mainly for my subdivision group that I live in. Our neighborhood has a Facebook group where everyone actually stays pretty active on there, and I use Facebook Marketplace to buy secondhand items. And then yes, I am a clasher. I play Clash of Clans, been on that game since like high school. Took a few breaks here and there, but I do like to kill my time with that game. Yeah, so those are the apps that I have on my phone. I know this is not the typical video that I'll film. Usually I do like lifestyle videos, eating videos, food review videos, but yeah, I just kind of want to try something a little bit different today. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. If you did, hit that like button. I'll see you guys next time.